Yo, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here, nutrition, training, and hormone expert and Prometheus Pro bodybuilder with Prometheus HRT, the world's best testosterone and hormone replacement clinic. Use my code SPARTAN to save on either testosterone or HGH replacement therapy or peptides or Anavar, Anadrol, and the list goes on as long as you qualify. Guys, without any further ado, this is day 8 of breaking the Tom Platz squat record. Now, obviously, we are not training right now, squats, or doing any training video. However, this is the video that you guys have all been waiting for that's outside of the gym. Today, we're going to be talking about my full cycle for breaking the Tom Platz squat record. I know a lot of people want to know what I'm going to be doing or am doing from this point moving forward and what I've been doing. So guys, without any further ado, here we go. Here is my full cycle for breaking the Tom Platz record. Guys, we are only going to be using 3 compounds. What are these 3 compounds? Oh, and before I get right into this, I want to state this. I want to go on the record and state this. Every medication, hormone, or drug that I am going to be using, these three compounds, are all doctor prescribed through Prometheus HRT with a prescription. So having said that, let's get into it. And guys, if you want to run this particular cycle, you can do this with a prescription through a doctor at Prometheus HRT. Go and sign up. Use my code SPARTAN if you want to save some cash or get a discount. And guys, as long as you qualify, you can get these. You can run my exact same cycle. It's not a big deal. Having said that, let's get into it. Starting off, guys, we're going to be starting with testosterone cypionate as the main muscle driver. Performance driver, muscle mass driver, testosterone cypionate, that's what we're going to be starting with. And what are we going to be doing? Testosterone cypionate, 250 milligrams per week. Recently, if you watch any of my videos from a couple months ago, I was doing 200 milligrams. I am going up to, or I have, since I started this record attempt for the second time, I've went up to 250. It seems like a small jump, but it is big in terms of TRT. 250 milligrams per week is a high dose TRT. Again, right, it's pharmaceutical prescription grade, so 250 is actually 250. I do want to say this, guys, real quick. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, well, why testosterone cypionate? Why not enanthate or propionate or anything else? Guys, there's a big reason for this. Let me first state this first and foremost. Testosterone cypionate is the best testosterone ester that you can use, period. Testosterone cypionate is the best form of testosterone, period. Now, why? Go watch my earlier video on this channel from a few months ago. Basically, I explain why testosterone cypionate is the best ester, and you can watch that video and get a long explanation. But one of the biggest point with testosterone cypionate, why it's the best, is because testosterone cypionate itself, that ester, is so thin. What do I mean? Testosterone cypionate is a lot thinner than testosterone enanthate and a lot of other oils. When combined into the oil, it's just a thinner compound. The people in the UK, British doctors, are importing testosterone cypionate so they can give it to their testosterone replacement clients, TRT, HRT, just because it is so much easier, to take, than testosterone enanthate, which is a lot thicker. So it's a thinner oil. It's more well tolerated. And guys, it's just the superior oil. Go watch my video on testosterone cypionate, magical properties, and watch my video on that from a couple months ago if you want all the information. Having said that, so the main driver, guys, the first compound is testosterone cypionate, 250 milligrams per week. That's it. Now, a lot of people are going to be saying, well, that's so low. Why aren't you going higher? Why is your testosterone, why is it low in terms of, being a big cycle? Guys, I want to say this. I am doctor. I've already talked to both my doctors. And the thing is that my doctor told me, hey, you're good to go if you want to go to 500 milligrams of testosterone per week, short term, if you have a show or whatever else coming up. I'm healthy. It's not a big deal short term, okay? Again, Prometheus HRT is an advanced testosterone and hormone replacement clinic. So I'm approved. I can go to 500 for a short period of time. It's not a big deal. But the reason why, I want to do 250 is because the big thing, health. Health, number one, and number two, I find for myself, 200 milligrams, 250, you sleep great, you feel great. I notice on 500 milligrams, your sleep starts to deteriorate. It's just the androgen levels are high, and it's hard to fall asleep and get enough sleep. Your body's good, but the brain still needs adequate, amounts of sleep. I talked about in another video how the higher testosterone, you're still able to function good. Your body doesn't, or you don't need as much sleep. But guys, I notice mentally, I am sharpest, around probably, 200, 250. My brain enjoys more sleep. Having said that, guys, so it comes down to that, and it comes down to health. So testosterone cypionate, 250 milligrams, that's a high dose TRT. That's what I'm going to be doing. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I want to do this long term. I want to be healthy. I'm thinking about, my wife. I'm thinking about, besides bodybuilding. And guys, honestly, there's no record in the world or an Olympia title or anything, no matter what it is, that's worth, cutting years off of your life for. It's just, plain and simple, and even, me, I've talked about this in other videos, even as a Christian, the Bible tells us that our body's not our own. Okay. So it's, doing something knowingly abusive to my health, not worth it. So anyways, guys, that's it for number one. That's the first compound, first hormone, testosterone cypionate, 250 milligrams per week, pharmaceutical grade, prescription grade through Prometheus. Moving on into the second, or number two, compound. And this is not an androgen. We've already addressed the main androgen. The second compound is for HGH. Compound number two is ipamorelin, 200 micrograms, plus CJC 1295 no DAC, also 200 micrograms. So why, you might say real quick, well, why, aren't these two separate compounds? Why did you list it as one? For this reason, guys. When I get this compound from Prometheus HRT, it comes in one prescription vial. So I can't take them individually, and this just saves me time and effort anyway. So this is a benefit. So that's why I've listed it as one. So it's ipamorelin 200 micrograms and CJC 1295 no DAC 200 micrograms in one combination vial with stabilizing agent so that it doesn't go bad. If you order stuff online, 9 times out of the 10, they don't add stabilizing agents, even though I believe in the US, both of these are completely legal to buy and possess for that matter. So anyways, so that's, and this is, so this is obviously going to be more expensive than just, getting something off of, some research site or whatever. But, again, it's the best of the best. So that's number two. And the ipamorelin, guys, I'm going to do an ipamorelin unleashed video, but the thing is that ipamorelin is arguably, and in my opinion, ipamorelin and hexarelin are the two best growth hormone releasing peptides, period. All right. Out of the two, if I had to pick one, it would be ipamorelin. Why? You're able to use it much more often. Desensitization is far less with ipamorelin. So if you want a peptide that you can use 5 times, 5 out of the 7 days of the week and get really good growth hormone release, it's going to be ipamorelin. If you want a hormone to use 2, maybe twice or 3 times a week, hexarelin. But ipamorelin is by far, out of the two, hexarelin, ipamorelin is going to be best if you want to use it more often. Hexarelin just wants to desensitize it. It is desensitized, okay? So ipamorelin 200 micrograms and CJC 1295 no DAC. CJC 1295 no DAC basically takes the hold. It's basically like taking the governor off of your pituitary gland. Think when you take a governor off the car, you can use it up to its max potential. That's basically what CJC 1295 no DAC does in a 10-second explanation. It's like taking the governor off. You're able to get a much bigger pulse. So this is going to, the 200 micrograms of CJC 1295 no DAC, taken with the ipamorelin 200 micrograms, is going to give me about a twofold growth hormone pulse. So these are powerful growth hormone releasers individually at these dosages, but combined, it's a big growth hormone pulse, a huge spike. Great for taking after or before a workout. Usually in my case, it's going to be after most times, just because it makes you so tired. The spike is so high, although it's good for building muscle. Anyways, so that's it for compound number 2. Compound number 3 in my cycle is going to be, it's not a muscle building compound. Testosterone cypionate was the main driver and only driver in terms of an androgen. Ipamorelin was the second driver, but for growth hormone. And this is going to put my GH levels right back to where I was, when I was 18. So this is going to give me a big boost in terms of recovery training, muscle gain, fat loss, everything. All right, the whole 9 yards. So the third compound on our list is ganatorelin hydrochloride. So this is not going to be a muscle builder like the other two. Wow, this is one simple cycle, huh? It is. So ganatorelin HCl, ganatorelin hydrochloride, this is going to be taken for fertility. So basically, you can take HCG along with TRT, HRT, along with testosterone. This is prescribed. Why? To basically keep your testicles from atrophying and keep fertility up, right? Well, why then am I using ganatorelin HCl over HCG? I have a prescription for both. Why? So why use ganatorelin? Simple, guys. HCG will address and does address testicular atrophy. However, it does not address pituitary atrophy, which we know occurs from using testosterone or anabolic steroids, because the negative feedback loop shuts off your natural production. So for me, ganatorelin HCl addresses both pituitary atrophy and testicular atrophy versus HCG only addressing one. And it has to be said too, is HCG at higher dosages can cause anxiety. And there are a lot of men on TRT that experience anxiety with HCG. Why? I would theorize because HCG is not a perfect fit to LH in the male body. Again, HCG is the female pregnancy hormone, which scientists and doctors said, hey, this is a really close match to LH, so we could give it for fertility for men. Great, it's true, they can, but the problem is it's not a perfect match, guys. So I'm going to opt out for the better option, and that's ganatorelin HCl, 50 micrograms 3 times a week. Sometimes my dosage is higher, less, per week. Sometimes I forget, but either way, I'm taking that multiple times per week. Why? To keep the pituitary and the testicles in good working order. So that's compound number 3. And guys, that's pretty much it. That is my full cycle. It's simple, short, sweet to the point, and effective, extremely effective. Again, I could use, Anavar. I have a prescription for Anavar. So I could use other compounds. But the bottom line, guys, is I'm gonna go simple, short, sweet to the point, and really just hammer hard with nutrition and training. And guys, the main reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you guys just how big, jacked, and performance-wise, how good you can get just doing a high dose or full dose TRT and a high dose or a full dose HGH replacement. And that's really with the ipamorelin CJC. We already talked about that. That's putting me back to where I was when I was 18. So the thing is, guys, is that, if I could do other things, I could go up to 500, I could, add an Anavar, and do other things. But the bottom line, guys, is I really want to show you guys how big, how jacked you can get, and really how good you can get with nutrition training on point, and also doing things so minimally but efficiently in the same time. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's my full cycle. This is day 8 of breaking the Tom Platz record. This is the plan going all the way through. If I change anything, I'll let you guys know, but I am not planning on changing any compounds, all right? I just want to show you guys, again, high dose TRT and also HGH, high dose HGH peptides put me back at, where I was when I was 18 in terms of HGH. And again, just a fertility aid. So this is it, guys. It's extremely basic. And, hopefully, I can put some people to shame, who are taking much more. And that's not really the main point at all. I'm joking. That's not really the main point. But if I can show some people, hey, you don't have to be abusing your body and taking all these grams and grams of stuff. You can do things safely, legally, the right way through the doctor and get really, really good results. So guys, I'm Seth Spartan. Stay safe, stay healthy. This is day 8 of breaking the Tom Platz record, my full cycle, and we are out of here.